Akin, let's come to Dak Prescott now, because it was a huge debate in the offseason when nobody saw any news regarding the fact that no new contract for Dak Prescott. This is his final year. He might go into free agency. He might join another team. The Cowboys are done. He's a bully in the regular season. He doesn't turn up in the playoffs. Why should they pay him? And boom, here we are, 60 million per year, 240 million for 4 years, 230 million guaranteed. This is not a joke. Like, this is not a joke in any way or form. The Cowboys have put their money where their mouth is. And at this point, I can only point out the fact that Dak needs to shine when the light is brightest. Because enough of this regular season beating up teams and going to the playoffs then, as soon as they say, oh, the playoffs are here, Dak Prescott, please, can you take us to the promised land? Boom, interceptions left, right, and center. All kinds of bad decisions. Because like we saw against Green Bay, as soon as the Packers raced to that lead and it became an insurmountable lead, the Cowboys had no chance. Dak Prescott relaxed and started to play well. And a lot of fans went by, oh, Jerry Jones is not going to pay him. He has not done it in the playoffs. Is it time for Dak to just shut everybody up and say, okay, you know what? I'm worth every penny of this contract?
I mean, I think anything that has to do with Cowboys, I don't have a lot to say. Because number one, a lot of us don't know what exactly the problem is. At the end of the day, we should analyze. Like, we don't even know what we don't see. We can't say, oh, Dak Prescott, this is your problem.
We know what the problem is. They're not good enough. I don't understand why people are afraid to say their team is not good enough. There's a possibility that a team is not good enough. Yes, they have 9 all pros on the team, but the 9 all pros. Wait. What 9 all pros is? You are playing for it's just like Lakers having 2 or 3 all-stars sometimes. It doesn't mean that those 2 or 3 all-stars were the best in the league sometimes. The fact that you play more live TV games, the fact that they are seeing more, those things contribute.
But Bolish, thank God. Thank you for raising 9. They have 9 pro bowlers in that team. There are some teams that don't even have up to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
and they still play beautiful. So it contradicts the fact that you said they're not doing enough. And I'm like, okay, what is enough?
No. They are not. I did not say they are not doing enough. I said they are not good enough.
They're not okay. Sorry, they're not good enough.
We evaluate them way better than what they actually are. What do I mean by that? The way the Cowboys played last season, they won 12 games, right? Out of the 12 games, about 4 or 5 of the games at the beginning of the season that they won by 40-something margin. If you remember, they won Jets, they won the Giants. They were beating.
Yes.
But when they played the real teams, they didn't win by those margins. So what they did was they created the illusion that they were as good as the scoreline was. But actually, if you look at their squad, they didn't have any linebacker that could stop Aaron Jones when he was running the ball. There was nobody there. The person that they put there as the linebacker that was playing, I forgot his name. The guy I'm bigger than that guy in terms of weight. And he's your linebacker. And you want him to stop in the run. No, think about it. Yes, they had some specialty, like, for example, okay, wait. As good as they are, after CeeDee Lamb, who else is their receiver?
They had Brandon Cooks last year. Brandon Cooks is decent.
What is a Brandon Cooks? We are talking about receiver. We are talking about Cook. Are you talking about food here? Who is our running back? Even Tony Pollard said the reason why he was hyped was because he played for the Cowboys. If Tony Pollard was doing, anyway. I know he's not in the Titans, but that thing that Tony Pollard was doing 2 seasons ago when he was hyped, he's not more than what Devon Achane or Zach Moss were doing. Just sharply get some and breakthrough. People do it, but once you do it for the Cowboys, that same thing that someone did in Indiana. Or that someone did in Houston, Texas. It will not be as hyped as when you do it for the Cowboys. That's only the players themselves. You evaluate the players themselves. Even Micah Parsons is one of their best players. He has a teams game plan for him. He wants to play on the edge, but he's actually a linebacker. But he plays on the edge. But anytime he meets some unmovable meets unshakable. They start trying to move him from head to toe. If it was, there are times they're making Lawrence Taylor comparisons to Micah Parsons. they're making Ray Lewis, not Ray Rice, sorry, comparison to Michael Parsons. Are you going to tell me that Ray Lewis, Lawrence Taylor will be on the pitch as linebackers, and then Aaron Jones will be running them ragged like that, and then those ones not going to do something about it? But even Miles Garrett,
even Ronald
will not be on the floor, and then they'll just be running them ragged like that. But you've already compared him to Lawrence Taylor, so that's why I say that he's not. I'm not saying he's not good though. He's a very solid. He's one. I think he's the best player. Take it. So I'm not saying he's not good, but we now compare him to Lawrence Taylor. Meanwhile, he's not even better than Miles Garrett. So I'm saying, yes, they have 9 Pro Bowlers and whatnot, but it's because they play for the Cowboys. Some of those guys that are getting shouts as Pro Bowlers, if those guys are playing the Cleveland Browns, they'll probably nobody will know them. So I feel like they're not as good as we talk, and because they have the biggest fans, and anytime. Even Stephen A. on Festica said it before that anytime we talk about the Cowboys, our numbers, we get the numbers. So because they are always talked about every time, we think that they are more important than they are. But meanwhile, they aren't. I think
you hit the nail on the head now for acting.
And that thing is.
I mean,
one last point. Someone that was looking for contract because. Someone was on entering his last year of contract. Yeah, he had the leverage. But someone that was in last year of contract, but was still throwing interception in the playoffs. They now make him the highest paid. And this is probably going to be one of his last major contracts because he's 32 right now. So by the end of his contract, he'll be 36 or 37. So he will not really get much. So you're not telling him that he wants to change, the leopard will not change his skin at the age of 32. You will not get to the point where we will not be.
So my question now is that, so I was watching this Jerry Jones interview with Stephen A. Smith, right? And the man was saying, they were asking him why did he delay with the old, what's it called? The wide receiver, what's his name?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb's contract. Well, in fact, they're going to give him a contract. So why was the delay? He said, that the fact that they have the money doesn't mean they need to make a quick short-term that might actually affect the long-term. Apparently now they're making some not so good decision, like with this old Dak Prescott contract, when you have Michael Parsons that will also ask for something. And at the end of the day, you spoil the balance in the team in terms of contract and all that. And at the end of the day, you don't have anything to show for.
I think what just happened was Jerry Jones was scared of the unknown. And because he was scared of the unknown, that's why they make this decision now. And they signed Dak Prescott because they are scared of ending up as a team that will maybe not have a quality quarterback for a long time. But the mistake or what a younger GM would probably have done if they were the ones handling this negotiation is understanding that, yes, we don't want to lose Dak Prescott, but we are the Dallas Cowboys. We can get someone to come and quarterback for us. I know it's hard to find. It's hard to find quarterback.
But the history they have, if they sell themselves,
We need to clarify something. The contract is signed. The 4 years contract is signed. That was ending this season with I think 60 million on the cap sheet. He has a no trade clause. He has a no franchise tag. Cannot franchise tag him. So he's actually to be a pure free agent at the end of this season. What that means is that he can sign back with the Cowboys or he can negotiate with any team and the team will not lose any draft compensation. So that is a juicy proposition for a team like the Steelers, a team like the Las Vegas Raiders, like the Raiders. No, Giants, except you want to go and break his neck. If you are a quarterback like Dak Prescott, that you are not a poor quarterback, but you are not very good. A team like the Steelers or like the Raiders, that they have this elite defensive unit that will always keep you in the game, and they have this elite wide receiver. Even though George Pickens has not yet, lived up to his potential, but like the Raiders, they have Devontae Adams, they have this this tight end that they drafted, Brock Powers or something like that.
Brock Powers, yes.
A team like that, we can use an established quarterback like Dak Prescott that's okay, just come in, stabilize, give us 22 points, 25 points to a game. We are going to do something. So that's the thinking. And that's why someone like Jerry Jones will go and fuck the cash.